Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm with Bob Brocklebank, who's been following the transit strike in Ottawa. And Bob, you've been following it. What's the problem?
Well, in addition to the problem that it's been now 42 days that no one's had any buses, I guess the big problem is that, well, both sides have gone and attempted to manipulate the public. And there's a reason for this. That's because it's not an ordinary strike. In an ordinary strike, if I close down your toothpick factory because I go on strike, your problem is that you're not getting money. In this case, the city subsidizes the transit system, so it's said that the city saves $3 million every week that the buses are not running. So the lever to get the thing solved is the pressure that the public puts on council, on the city, to sign so that transit is restored. So that both sides, both the city and the union, have been manipulating the public, trying to get the public all concerned about the strike, and the public is all concerned. What's wrong with that? Well, we're not told enough to really understand the issues, and yet we're being engaged by both sides. Both sides have tried to make it a personal vendetta between the head of the union and the mayor. And I don't think that's very constructive. And they also say that there's this issue about scheduling. And I don't think anybody really understands the scheduling issue. So
No,
here
because-
we're all
because
worked up about something we don't understand.
Yeah, exactly, because we seem to be told by the union side that, look, this is a matter of city council trying to break the union. And then on the other hand, we hear that, there's all sorts of major abuses on the union side.
That's right.
But we just don't have the information.
That's right. We don't really know what the truth is. And
So what should we be doing about it?
well, I think we need to sort of clean the windows a bit here. We need to get behind all of these accusations and so on and start talking about the real truth. I mean, really, is there abuse of this scheduling system? Are there people who are manipulating this to their own advantage?
And how do we find out?
I think we have to have a real public briefing, a briefing by each side, a briefing that is held in public where journalists can be asking questions, where we can start to find out the truth. We haven't had that yet. All we have is these little tidbits that come out.
Yeah.
The little tidbit about somebody who worked for 22 consecutive hours in order to earn money. I mean, is that really true? It's almost hard to believe.
Mm-hmm.
But we need to find some way to get at the real issues, and that's the only way I think that this will ever be resolved.
Yeah, so instead of us all getting mad, we should get after council
Instead of getting mad, we should get informed.
Get informed, yeah.
and then we can sensibly press council and
the way we
press
get
the union.
informed is we say to our councillors, look, you should be making sure that that the system is transparent,
Right.
that the public, that the media is briefed. This isn't rocket science. These scheduling issues.
I don't think so.
This can be explained. This is not being done now. There's personal attacks, there's innuendos, there's anecdotes, but we don't have, and we could have, from council, details, and we could say to the unions, look, you guys could be telling us the details of exactly what your position is.
That's right. You want the public involved? Why not have the public involved in a constructive way, in a way that will result in this strike being settled sooner rather than having it prolonged?
Yeah.
And we're not doing that.
Yeah.
Now, even if we had the strike resolved, I think there are a whole lot of questions that we should ask about our transit in Ottawa.
Yeah. I mean, right now, don't get mad. Get informed.
Right.
Because you're the people that are paying the cost of this strike. It's not an employer. And then once we get that settled, then we have to look longer term.
Yeah, and I think one of the things to ask is, why is Ottawa so unique that City Council directly runs the transit system? In Toronto, you have the TTC. In Montreal, you have STM. I've never been in a place where council ran everything directly the way they do here. And I think it's a bad idea, frankly.
Yeah, sure.
Because your average councillor has many more things on his mind than just running a transit system. And so of course they're going to speak out because people can't get their kids into daycare, or because health issues are caused by the transit strike. So that's one thing. We need a transit authority. I think we should ask questions about whether we need to have a monopoly. I mean, right at the moment, when the Via train pulls into Fallowfield, nobody can get on and go to Tremblay Road because it's a violation of the monopoly held by OC Transport.
Do other cities do it differently?
Well, in Toronto, you have GO Transit and the TTC operating. There are some cities in the world where you have all kinds of different levels of public and private transit operators who are operating at the same time. I almost wonder if a wealthy man like you, Northgrave, might want to invest in a wagon-lit transport out to Canada, where there are stewardesses in short skirts serving canapes every night to the people paying $20 for the transit ride out to Canada or something.
I think we're going off message on this.
Well, I don't know, but it seems to me
what we have
a sacred cow, and we have to recognize sacred cows in our own society.
Okay, so don't get mad, get informed, and look for reform in the long term of our transit system.
Exactly.
Thank you, Bob.